I'm introspective. I'm constantly examining myself to try and make myself a better person.
How's that going?
It's going well.
Do you think you're a better person now than you used to be, or worse?
Oh, without doubt. Without doubt. I examine
What makes you think you're a better person?
Because I now show much more consideration and time for my fellow man than I used to.
You concede that there was a time when you didn't show any consideration for your fellow man?
Well, when I was climbing that greasy pole to the top of the media business.
You didn't care about anybody else, did you?
Well, it wasn't that. It's just that, instinctively you have to sort of be quite selfish about the way you approach things. But look, I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what it is, right. I'll tell you what it is. I've said to you in the past, I won't go to these school reunions and all that. And you've said to me, well, that's because you want to find anyone who's done better than you in life.
That's true. I agree. I believe that.
It's not true. It's just I don't want to spend endless hours explaining to people what I've done for the last 35 years since I last saw them.
Don't you think they would stand like butterflies around jam?
Probably.
In kind of admiration of you?
Probably, because I am now officially going to go and lecture some people at the King's School Chester next year at the end of their academic year and careers
some
thing.
pupils, you mean?
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to,
They've asked you to go there.
As a
scraping the barrel a bit, isn't it?
A career plan thing. Not at all. I think.
What are you going to tell them?
Well, I'm going to tell them.
Involve yourself in rat-like cunning.
Yeah.
Betray as many people as you possibly can.
No.
Clamber over anyone that gets in your way.
No. I'll just give them a few of my motives. You only get out of life what you put into it.
Right.
If you're not winning,
original, is it?
If you're not winning, it's probably because you're not trying hard enough. And be single-minded in your pursuit of excellence. No. Okay, they're my three mantras in life.
Those are 3 mantras.
Yeah, them 3 mantras. But anyway, look, what I found out was, because I wanted to study all this, get my head in the right place. Is that
can I come? Because I'd like to come and witness this.
I didn't mind if you did come. You ought to sit in the front seat there so they could laugh at you and while they're listening to me.
Skulk around at the back.
Yeah. But anyway, look, what I've discovered is one of the reasons that some people don't go to these sort of reunions is because of comparison anxiety.
Comparison anxiety.
It's a new condition, honest to God.
Really? So I was right then.
It's grown up in the last 10 years. And for instance, and I've seen this happen so many times. Like with our friends in New York, most of them had an apartment in Manhattan and then a house upstate or in the country somewhere.
Although that became something they did latterly, wasn't it?
Well, it was.
Because suddenly one of them did it, then they all did it.
Yeah, but the problem was, don't you remember, whenever one couple arrived at the other couple's home, I mean, they had nothing good to say about it at all. They just sort of nod and say, plain to... And then as soon as they got away, they'd moan to everybody else it was a dump and it wasn't, And it's called comparison anxiety because they didn't want anybody to think their second home was better than theirs, eh?
Yeah, but people are very envious of other people,
Yeah, people are very envious. But anyway, look, I trace this right the way back, right? And this goes back to before I was born. 1953, a psychologist called Leon Festinger...
Leon Festinger?
Leon Festinger came up with a social comparison theory. He argued that we compare ourselves with others in order to get a sense of status and identity in life.
But that's all about your life then, isn't it?
No,
that's exactly what you do.
Hang on. We either look upwards to people who are more successful and make ourselves feel better by trying to appeal to, to achieve what they have, or we look downwards at people who might be lower in the pecking order, and looking down helps us to feel better about ourselves because we're elevated. But looking up,
this is exactly you. This is you.
Looking up produces only envy and misery.
But this is you, isn't it?
None of that's me.
I wouldn't say you're envious. I wouldn't say you're envious of people who are in higher social status than you. But you do kind of grovel and crawl to them. And, you call them, Mister, when you feel like somebody deserves your respect.
No.
But everybody else who's below you is not worthy of even your contempt.
No.
Everybody's heard you describing people who travel in what you call goat class on planes as some kind of lower species than you. You've all heard how you've got your snobbishness regarding your car. By the way, a lot of people saw your jacked up car over the course of the weekend where you claimed that I'd somehow cursed it.
Well, you have cursed it.
Well, I haven't heard the story
Ever since
yet,
I started working back with you, I've had 3 punctures. And by the way...
Well, why did they have to take the wheel off?
To repair the tyre.
Have they repaired it? Or they're giving you a new tyre?
No, it's repaired it. And what's more, that tyre's already had a plug put in it. So there's 2 plugs in that tyre now.
So what was wrong with it this time?
It's got a screw in it.
A screw?
Literally.
Are you sure somebody's not throwing these down in front of your car?
I don't know, but it's the same wheel as last time.
And where did you get that done? Was that back at the Merc dealer then?
Quick Fit.
Oh, you went to Quick Fit?
Went to the Quick Fit fitter.
All right, and the same guy?
The same guy who did the previous 2 did this one.
You must think you're pretty unlucky.
He's a great guy and he does it for me so quickly. £26.50.
Very good.
Plus a bit of a bung for the
But the thing that most people noted about your car was how horrible it was, basically. They all went, it's like entry-level Mercedes. Absolutely horrendous-looking thing.
No.
No, I mean, you talk about it as if it's some kind of, S-Class, very expensive car.
It's a Mercedes saloon. I will admit that I'm changing it soon because I feel that...
well, you need to get a car that doesn't get so many punctures.
Doesn't match my
But anyway,
status,
the point about this study that you're talking about, right, is that this is absolutely you to a T, because you are snobbish about people who you regard as lower than you.
I'm not
like, for example, the people you've described before as the scumbags who live in council estates,
I'm
right?
not at all.
And you are very, very sort of deferential to people who are above you, whereas I treat everybody the same. That's the thing that I learned from my father. Yeah. He said, it doesn't matter who they are, whether they're poor, whether they're rich, whether they're, landed gentry, whether they're people you work with. Yeah. You treat everybody the same. And that's what I do.
But I don't think you can treat everybody the same.
Of course you can.
Some people are worthy of my respect. Some are not. Some are not.
But what makes you think that
people are winners and achievers in life. I like to feel myself as part of their clan.